All right, so a lot of you guys asked in the past, you're like, Lou, what's that watch you're always wearing? I changed around from different ones for a while. I used to wear Casio G-Shock watches forever, and then I dabbled in the smartwatch territory. And then eventually I ended up on this one, which is from this company in front of me, Polar. This is the Vantage M. It came out a little while back. It's really a fitness watch, but it has some smart features in it. The one in front of me here, the new one, this Vantage V Titan that I picked up to upgrade the M version that's on my wrist right now, it gets notifications and things from your phone if you want it. At the same time, it's sort of tracking your activity level and other things without the necessity of constantly checking your phone or being connected to your phone, even if you don't want it to be. It kind of can work a little bit independently. The benefit here is that you get way more battery life. So that was like stage one, step one for me. The experience of the fully smartwatch was not for me as it stands right now. I tried the Apple Watch, I tried various Android Wear devices and so forth. Anyhow, I landed here, I ended up here. This is the Vantage M. It can kind of give you some feedback as to how hard you should be working at a particular time. Oh, and then the other part too, if I do decide to go on the bike, go for a ride, then I want to track the heart rate and I don't want to be messing around and maneuvering it. Now, you may have noticed in the past, there's some arm hair going on here, and it's kind of been hit and miss with a number of different heart rate trackers. So what Polar did with their product is apparently, like, they just went to the next level with their heart rate tracking. You can see all these various little nodes on there, and that's really the history of this company. You can see I actually busted the strap a little bit. I don't know if they can see that right there. I don't know, I was lifting something. This one, the price goes up quite a bit. It's like $700 or something. So I just don't expect it to be for everyone just because of that reason. Premium multi-sport watch, Polar Vantage V Titan. This is the titanium one. What do they say on the back? Polar Vantage V Titan is a premium multi-sport watch for anyone who trains like a pro. That's, from this point forward, I might have to embrace pro status. So anyway, this is the unboxing experience here. Almost like a fabric weave type of feel on the outside, but then on the inside, it has this rubberized finish with the red, as you can see right there. The thickness of the thing is almost identical actually at this point. Now, one thing I should say, on the M model, the wrist strap is interchangeable with any traditional watch band. This one, it's got to be exclusive. We have the same really high-tech heart rate tracking here. Number of textured buttons on the outside here. One thing I don't like too much about the watch, design of the charger. It's this little plastic puck looking thing. Now, it's great for travel because it's so small. It's a very soft magnet kind of thing. It's just not the most satisfying click on there as much as you might like. It's a typical USB cable over on the other end. All right, now let me go ahead and see if this thing has any power on it. May have to plug it in. This one also has Gorilla Glass, the V version, a more expensive model. Now, the Gorilla Glass thing is kind of important. I don't know if you guys can tell, but mine is nicked up. I don't know. See if I can, yeah, there, that's a good, maybe right in there. Durability here is welcome. You launch the app, it's pretty straightforward. This one is touchscreen now, so you could just scroll like that, or you can use the buttons. I like having both potential input methods. Couple of other little differences here, because I know you're gonna have questions like, why would I spend the extra money? This one has greater waterproofing, the higher end version. It also has audio alerts, so I guess it has a little speaker on it, because I'm noticing, I didn't even realize it, that this one with notifications and stuff, it's strictly visual. Battery life should also be better on the V model. This one is strictly button interface, whereas the V model has the touchscreen. Look at this, muscle load, cardio load. Apparently this one didn't have muscle load, that one does. There's something called nightly recharge recovery and serene breathing exercise. So that could be fun as well. Can we get the US prices, Willie Do, for all three? Okay, so $600 for the Titan model. This one here in USD, Willie Do, coming with the update. The M is $275, and the regular Vantage V is $500. I've got it all set up now. So by default, it's in this status right here where it tells you the amount of activity you've done in the day. You can see the last few days here on the other watch, I have missed the activity goal, but I did set it up for a high activity goal. You know, I'm running around, I get outside, okay? I'm not jogging or anything, but like, I like to play sports and do things like this. So you can see, even though this is like 61% activity, That's like almost 7 hours that I'm active. When you shift to other screens, this will show your heart rate instantaneously if you just want to quickly check it. This will show you your most recent training sessions, and this is your sleep data on this one over here. I actually like this button. This is how you can start a training session really quick from the watch without using the app. And this will sync to the app later, so even if the phone's not on you and you're like, I'm about to hop on the bike and do a little bit of exercise, you can go ahead and start training and pick your activity, at which point it'll start tracking your heart rate and it'll give you a pretty cool readout: strength training, hiking, mountain biking, walking, cycling. Oh, also in this menu, there's more basic stuff like timers, orthostatic test. What is that, Will? To evaluate the balance between training and recovery. It's not a permanent sync, which is kind of weird compared to a smartwatch. Like, it'll sync up every so often, which again, I think has its benefits for battery life, but it means it kind of just interacts with your phone a little bit differently. There are some tasks that are a bit more manual. It can get notifications. It can tell you when you get a call. It does have a speaker on it, as I mentioned previously. The other one does not. You can also add training results and targets into Google Calendar. It's a robust, utilitarian, it's a tough watch with a long battery life, with a great heart rate sensor and activity tracking. And then it can do notifications too, but that's not typically what I use it for. All right, so when you're setting the device up to map it to your physical activity level, you can go over here. It's in the settings. It's called Activity Goal. And you can have level 1, 2, or 3, obviously depending on how athletic you are, how many activities you're doing. I have it set to number 2. I hit it sometimes I miss. You put in your training background. I probably actually do more activity than 1 to 3 hours a week. If you think about it, play hockey, all the rest of it, Jack. Let's think about it. Also, maximum heart rate in there. So it's really configurable. It's cool. I like it. If you're looking for a smartwatch, this might not fit the criteria. I'm gonna go ahead and try it on now and see how it feels compared to the other one. And of course, switch over to it now that it's synced up. All right, so the band is quite a bit different. Much, much nicer band. It's the new Vantage V Titan. I like the look of it better. It's just a slight upgrade on my previous model. I think for most people, if you like what I talked about, but you don't want to splurge on a crazy price point, you could probably be happy with this one as well. If you want to be real fancy, flashy potentially, or if you just like titanium, you could step up to the V model and do this one as well.